Speick, and following it up with the aftershave. This is the soap. The cream has a real plant green smell, and the aftershave has the plant and then a citrus kick. So really like that. Speick is actually a plant. Don't know much about it. I should look into it, but I know a lot of people after they get sunburned or they have a rough shave the day before, if they got a lot of razor burn, they'll pull out Speick. It has a lot of kind of like healing powers, I guess. I don't know. But gonna be also using today, second day in a row, the clean shave razor, loaded up with a Gillette 7 o'clock. This will be the second day. Yesterday was the first time I used this blade, this razor. It worked great. My face was very, very smooth throughout the day. I was really surprised. Also going to be using the Clean Shave Best Badger brush. It's a black ebony solid rosin handle, and it's got a good weight, good loft to it. Whips up a great lather. I usually don't face lather with Best Badger, but I might this one day after I might break it in a little bit, because my face it'll get raw, and then it doesn't make the rest of the shave real good on any. It's got to be very, very soft. Let me wash my face. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the razor and brush from the Clean Shave, listen to it tomorrow. It's a great setup for a beginner or an old head. What was most impressive about the razor is the weight of it. It's got a great weight, and the length, knurling, and then it's a nice aggressiveness, a mid aggressiveness. It's not too aggressive for me or too mild for me. That little bit of citrus does come out in this cream. If I failed to mention it, I know I mentioned it in the aftershave. It really does in the aftershave. This is more of a greenish citrusy. This is one of those scents. It's kind of like tobacco. It's really hard to explain. So I'm actually getting ready to go to the doctor. I had to go out of town and drive about 300 miles yesterday. By the time I got home, I was feeling terrible, achy. So don't get too close to the screen. I'm hoping I don't have a flu, but I would rather catch it sooner than later because of the kids. And I just had to sit in my room, away from everybody, not do anything. So somebody asked me the other day about their neck and my thoughts on it. I don't have a lot of neck hair, but I did go, when I first started out, I did have a lot of problems with my neck. And I think it's something that every wet shaver goes through, figuring out how you can shave your neck without irritation. And I still get irritation some days. I just don't even say it. It's just, it's a natural thing. But I'll give you my thoughts on it. Alright, so I was sitting there thinking of something else and didn't even mention it. After I mentioned it. Alright, so my hairs actually grow right here, they grow up, and right here they go down, right here they go across. And I don't have much on my Adam's apple, if any, so I rarely ever have to worry about the Adam's apple, but I can tell you what I've seen. So the one thing that helped me out with my neck, and it's something that's just muscle memory now, is pressure, angle of the blade or aggression, and the way I go. Now I've done, I cheat now. I used to always go this way on the first pass. And if you see, I leave a lot of soap left over because I'm mainly going across with the head. And I'm barely touching my skin with the blade. That's the thing that helped me out the most. I don't, like right here, that's all blade. But on my neck, it's mainly head. See how much I left right there? It's mainly head. That's why I got such a shallower angle this way, up this way, to give me more, less touching of the skin with the blade. And right here is the same way. Now I don't stretch my skin really, really tight, because that opens up for more irritation for me. The looser I am right here, the better off I am. So right here is just a lot of the head. See how much is on the head? That's a lot. And I don't know. I guess it's just muscle memory. I really don't have to practice it anymore of getting the blade to touch my skin. But it's a lot. That's my main thing, is I don't use the same angle on my cheek as I do on my neck. And then pressure. Pressure is the #1 reason I get irritation. Once I found out that it doesn't take much pressure to cut my whiskers, a lot of my problems went away. A lot of them did. Now I've got these that go this way on these hairs right here, and I've tried to get those as close as possible, but usually what I end up doing is I go down and then up, and then usually that'll get the majority of them. Like I said, I don't have a lot of hairs right there. Where I have very sensitive skin and really thick hairs is right here, and it took me a long time, and I'll show you what I do there. That's why it's nice after you've been wet shaving a while, is to get an aggressive razor or get an adjustable razor and crank it up. See what that angle does. And especially on my neck, a really aggressive razor, I can push that angle up, or with a single edge, I can push that angle up to where that blade's barely touching my skin. And really, I don't even have to think about it anymore. I'll just fly right through there. Now, every once in a while, if I'm sitting here videotaping and don't think about it, I will kind of right in here, I'll put a little bit extra too much pressure, or my angle will get off a little bit, and I will get red. I'll get irritation. So right here, these hairs grow this way, and they're up in the skin. Very sensitive area for me. And I've seen some people hold the razor like this and go over and go down. I spread my fingers apart, and I control the angle of the head. I control how much blade touches me. Now with this part for me, I could probably do 5 downstrokes and I might get it, but I can do this right here with it loose. There's a lot of hairs right there, and they're all going back this way to an angle. really do like this razor and blade combo. It's nice. But if you watch videos or talk to people on forums or ask anybody, everybody's face is going to be different, especially their neck. Some people, that's mainly where they have their hair, is their neck. And I'm so glad I don't. Go across the grain. Same thing with this. See, when I get to right here, my angle goes up. And I'm barely touching my skin. I'm rotating it with my thumb. And see, there's a lot of it on the head. A lot of it right here too. This is my across the grain because the hairs go this way. When I get down here on my neck, I raise the handle up. And what I've seen people do, if you have hair right here and push it over, kind of do a frog neck, push it over, get it, and get it. And just watch your angle. Make sure your angle's not all crazy like this and you're scraping the blade across your neck. That'll give you irritation. So right there, I go very slowly over that. I really don't change the angle of the blade, but I'm mindful of not catching my skin. So when I go back across, it's really getting a lot of hairs because the hairs go this way. I'm just mindful of it. Same thing with these hairs right here. If you ever see me with a single edge, they'll actually get caught up right in there and the blade will actually bounce over them. That's the downfall of the single edge. Not the downfall, it's a good thing once you get used to it. But I got little bumps right there that'll I can chop off real easily. See that? I rarely ever shave right there, so I got red. Just by touching it. So my neck is very sensitive too. I add a little bit more water. Get a little slickness. Been talking and letting my face dry. Speick is great cream, great slickness, great performance cushion, and all the healing stuff in it is just magnificent. If you get razor burn, this is what you want to be using to get it. Going against the grain, these are all going this way. I can be pretty rough right here. I can be pretty aggressive with the blade angle. When I get up under here, a very shallow angle. And I actually have a mole right here. And this pass is actually against the grain. I mean with the grain. And I found out if I go against the grain on the very last pass, right here, I will get irritation. Don't understand it because some of the hairs do grow this way. But right around in this little line grows up. For some reason it irritates me. I don't know why. I know when I shave with a Mach 3, I would always get irritation. Every time right here, there'd be bumps, like that kind of irritation. Hoping I feel a lot better tomorrow. I want to try that 1914 again. Excuse me. That was a sneeze. I want to try that Ever Ready 1914 again without the shim in it. Keep my skin loose, but pull it a little tight. So there's still a little bit right there. So what I can do is lower my head a little bit, and the hairs right here are growing back this way. I do not pull it and then dry, because that will give me a lot of irritation right there. The hairs are actually up in the skin. So when you do this, they retract. But when you let down, you actually feel them. See, that's all gone. No hairs. None. Some right there. That's them rebel hairs that want to go an odd way. Do not understand it. I'm bad about sometimes getting irritation right there because I don't put cream on it. And the reason I don't is so I can pull it taut. If I would just use my alum, I wouldn't have a problem. But I can be hard-headed. Other than my Adam's apple that I tapped with the blade, that's a beautiful shave. Let me get cleaned up. Alright, what I got here is the white Paraso. It smells so much different than the blue. Not used to it. It's more, the blue's not as, what do you call it? Creamy. And in fact, we'll put some right there. That's a good thing to do if you ever do get afterburn, razor burn is have something like this on hand, some kind of balm, and at that particular place, put it on there. Great shave. Going to be using the Speick Aftershave. Got a nice click. I like that. No burn. Very happy with this razor. Very. Especially that blade. I've never tried the yellow. This is something that I'm interested in now. It doesn't feel as sharp as like a Voskhod or a Pole Silver to me. It's up there with the Gillette Silver Blue. Maybe just a little bit more sharper than a Gillette Silver Blue. But this brush working great. Still losing just a couple of hairs. I just combed it out. Brush is working great. My wife is going to use this this week. She said she's really interested in it, so I hope I don't lose it. Hopefully not. But she takes all my good razors. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. I'm fixing to try to go get some drugs from the doctor. Keep your fingers crossed. But Speick, if you don't have it, it's not that expensive. It's a great thing to have in your shave den, especially when you're sick and don't feel good. Y'all have a wonderful day.